Planning electrical repairs in Los Angeles or San Francisco for 2026? Prepare for sticker shock. A complete home rewire can cost up to $36,000, far beyond the national average. And that massive number doesn't even include the significant cost of repairing all the walls they have to open up. That drywall repair can add a substantial amount to your total bill, turning a huge project into a financial nightmare. In the next few minutes, we'll expose the 4 key forces driving these costs: labor, regulations, project realities, and hidden risks. So where does all that money go? Let's start with the most significant piece: labor costs. First, California electrician rates are high, from $90 to $160 per hour, well above the US average. Next, a strong union presence means union contractors can be 20 to 30% more expensive than non-union shops. Finally, all construction labor here has a California premium. Labor costs are about 35% higher than the rest of the US. But high labor rates are just the beginning. What about the cost the government adds before a single tool is picked up? This is where California's complex web of regulations and permits begins to drain your wallet. The first bureaucratic cost is the permit. In cities like LA, most electrical work legally requires one, costing from $150 to over $1,000. It's not just one fee. California's building standards for green building and even earthquake monitoring add layers of compliance and cost. This bureaucracy doesn't just cost money, it costs time. Getting that electrical permit approved can delay your entire project by 1 to 3 weeks. And the regulations don't stop. California's Title 24 is the strictest energy code in the nation, mandating expensive LEDs and EV-ready homes. So we have high labor and dense regulations. How does this look on a real invoice? Take a common job: upgrading your electrical panel to 200 amps. In California, this costs between $2,000 and $6,000 or more. What about adding an EV charger? A booming trend in the state. Expect to pay between $1,500 and $2,500. This brings us back to that full house rewire. That $36,000 price tag is a direct result of high labor and strict code adherence. And remember, after that electrical work is done, you're still facing a significant bill for wall repairs, a brutal hidden cost. With such high prices, it's tempting to cut corners. But what's the real cost of trying to go cheap? This brings us to the biggest risk: hiring an unlicensed contractor. They might quote you less, but the danger is immense. If an unlicensed contractor is caught, they face fines up to $5,000 for a first offense, erasing any potential savings. The financial danger to you is even worse. If an unlicensed worker gets hurt on your property, you are personally liable for their injuries. And if the work is faulty, the state licensing board cannot help you. You're left paying a licensed electrician to fix the entire mess. Another major complication is older homes. Many have outdated knob and tube wiring, which necessitates a mandatory and expensive full rewire. So we have labor, rules, and risks. But there's a bigger California story tying it all together. How do all these pieces connect? It starts with the price of power itself. California's electricity rates are much higher, driven by the massive costs of upgrading the grid to prevent wildfires. This creates a perfect storm. The state is pushing for mass electrification for climate goals, increasing demand for major electrical upgrades. In short, state policy, environmental pressures, and market demand are converging to make residential electrical work more necessary and expensive. The costs are steep, but being unprepared is worse. So how can you handle this expensive landscape? First, plan ahead. Emergency after-hours service calls come with huge premium charges. Scheduled, planned work is always more cost-effective. Second, look for financial help. California offers electrification incentives, with bonuses up to $1,000 per unit for some upgrades. Ultimately, understanding the California premium is key. It's the combined weight of high labor, strict codes, and intense market demand. Protect yourself. Budget realistically, always use licensed and insured electricians, get multiple detailed quotes, and ask about permitting from day one.